Kamlesh brother, are you there?
Yes.
Okay. You are not opening your camera.
Yeah. I'll just give a minute.
Okay. All.
आ गए सब?
Yeah, almost all. Kiran is there. Rakesh, Composite. I think this much is.
आज इतने ही आने वाले.
Yeah.
ठीक है.
I think Gurvinder is not coming yet. Let me send it in personal message. Kiran brother, hello. Kiran bro, are you there? Are you there?
Yes.
So how was the day? What you did all day?
I just revised RAC, not more than that.
Okay. From Dreamer package?
No, from my notes.
Where you made your notes from? Which?
Dreamers package.
Okay.
Dreamers package and YouTube.
Okay. So you find that doubt like clear refrigeration on superheating refrigeration capacity increase or decrease?
On superheating decreases and subcooling or undercooling increases.
Okay. We are just waiting for Rakesh bro. Rakesh bro.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. How are you?
I'm fine, bro.
So
What
what?
about you?
I am also fine. What you did all day?
Did nothing, man.
Hmm?
Did nothing. Just practice some questions from compressor and some turbine.
Compressor and turbine.
Turbine. Yeah,
Okay.
familiar with.
Okay.
Hey, until everyone joins, I have a question for you guys.
Okay.
Bursting disc, where it is used? Just one sentence answer. Anyone?
In compressor after intercooler.
Okay. After intercooler or within that part. Okay. So, what's its function?
Can I say that?
Why is it used?
Can I say that?
Yeah, sure.
So bursting disc is a thin metal or a brass or copper disc which is fitted at the water side of the intercooler. Intercooler. We know that inside the intercooler there are the tubes
Air
and
tubes
the
and
tubes
then
is
water.
water.
Yeah.
So it is situated
Okay.
at the water side of the intercooler.
Wait.
So
I have
bursting disc.
an interesting question for the hold that energy. Okay.
Yes.
So, what does it do? Releases the pressure.
So basically,
Okay.
not release. So
Okay,
basically, it is used to protect the casing of intercooler and aftercooler. We know that
from what?
if the pin from the suppose the piping inside that aftercooler or intercooler got the pinhole, so that means the pressurized air then goes inside the means the pressurized is try to escape or explore that casing of that casing. So basically bursting this yes. So the bursting this so the pressure releases inside the water because it is the tubes are surrounded by the water. So the water got the pressure and the bursting disc is bursted.
Okay. So basically it does the function of relieving the excess pressure coming from the air side.
Yes.
Okay. So
but don't say that releasing the pressure. Don't say that releasing pressure. It
it's
doesn't
the function
release.
the same. No, I'm not asking. It just function is that's what it's doing. Okay. It's releasing the excess pressure. Okay. So what will happen
excess pressure,
if we use
actually what happened
coming from the leaking air?
Some
in intercooler you will have around 3 to 5 bar pressure of water, and air pressure will be if it is multi-stage, then in first stage it should be around some 5-6 bar. Then if it is second stage, then it will be somewhere around 20-30 bars. Okay.
See, some
So
guy answered it actually releases the excess pressure. I have heard maybe the Kiran or that Rohit has answered to the interviewer, but then interviewer cross question that what does relief valve do? That he
yes.
This is a release excessive pressure. So
Okay.
basically,
Okay.
just
So
that
what
the
will
bursting
happen?
is.
No. Just tell me one.
Yeah.
What will
Yes.
happen if I'm replacing the bursting disc with relief valve?
Yes.
Okay. I'll tell you one pro of this.
Yes.
Bursting disc will stop the functioning of the intercooler. Okay. Because it will burst out and you have to repair it by completely shutting it off. But relief valve will relieve the pressure and the function will be ongoing. You don't have to stop the
Yes.
intercooler. Okay. So why
Yes.
we use bursting disc instead of relief valve?
Why you use the bursting disc instead of the relief valve?
Yeah.
Good
But
question.
relief valve would also work, no?
What,
What you have to do, you just have
water
to
can go
relieve the.
inside the system.
Are Gurvinder, wait now. You just wait. Okay, just go on.
because in relief valve in bursting this the system keeps running, but in case of relief valve system stops.
Bursting
Bursting
this
this
stop.
this fails, this system will stop. After
Gurvinder.
bursting this, system will stop.
Then opposite answer I think I have given.
Yeah, you just misplaced the words.
Okay.
Anyone?
I think because of the presence of the liquid, that's why we use bursting disc
What happens?
because of the water. Maybe I don't know the exact answer. If we put the relief valve, there may be chances of leakage of water. Maybe I don't know, but
Yeah, that's right.
No.
is
Actually,
it correct or
that's
not?
you're going in right direction.
Don't know, bro.
Do you know the answer? Do you know the answer?
Yeah, I just read it today. So
So can
what
you
happened?
explain?
Imagine intercooler. You have intercooler. There is hole in the air tube. Okay. So what will happen? Release if let's say that there is just relief. So it will release the excess pressure. Okay. But there is chances of cooling water getting inside the air valve.
Oh,
Okay. So in case of
correct.
bursting this, what happens? It ruptures and drains out all the water. So it's basically stopped,
Yeah, understand.
completely stopped. I think Braganza Sir asked that question.
Can you explain again?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's say you have intercooler. Clear?
Okay.
There is hole in air tube. So air
Okay.
is leaking inside that casing, intercooler casing. So you have to get rid of that excess pressure.
Okay.
So if you are using relief valve, it will get rid of that pressure with some settings. Okay, तूने setting कर लिया है 4-5 बार पे settle होना चाहिए. तो वैसे कर लिया. And you manage to save it and save the casing from bursting out using relief valve. But when you are shutting off the air bottle, no, so there will be chances of cooling water leaking inside the compressor's tubings. Are you getting it?
Yes.
No.
No. How to say that now?
Because of negative pressure?
No.
The water goes inside the compressor?
There is chances. It's not like
yes.
होगा ही, but there, after some time you will shut off the compressor, right?
Yes.
Right. So when the compressor is shut off, the liquid cooling water might get inside that those tubings, and it might get seeped inside the compressor and may damage it.
Yes. I get it.
Right.
So,
So,
basically,
Gurvinder
it is
and I was
avoid to
just
stop
discussing
the
that
flow of
today.
cooling water inside the compressor by
Right.
that hole from that hole.
Right. And another thing I just realized while talking is in pressure of cooling water is somewhere around, I think, 3-4 bars. I'm not sure. I just read it somewhere on the internet. I don't know how accurate this
So at
uh,
which pressure the
pressure
bursting
is.
will be burst, do you know?
Uh, so somewhere above that, around 4 bar or 5 bar, I guess.
One
Actually,
1.5 times the water pressure. Simple answer.
the
You can
working
say.
1.5
pressure.
times water. Working pressure
Yes.
of water,
Okay.
cooling water.
Yes, water inside the casing.
Working pressure of your system.
No, working pressure of cooling water.
Water,
Yeah.
water. Because if tube will leak, na, it will exert pressure on the water.
So water pressure is increases.
Mhm.
Yes, yes. So that's why pressure inside the casing will increase.
Okay. Let's just start. No point of waiting for others.
Yes.
जो है यही है. Okay. So we covered 3-phase induction motor yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So there are some other points as how the speed of induction motor is related to
I
the
have one
frequency.
question related to boilers.
Yeah, go on.
Have you heard about auxiliary boilers or main boilers?
About what? About that what?
That
Exactly which part?
yes, yes. Like the what are auxiliary boilers and the main boilers? Like, what's the difference between them and where they can be used on ship? If anyone knows any idea.
I have heard about
Auxiliary
composite
boiler.
boiler, not the auxiliary boiler.
No, no. I heard this term. That's why I'm asking auxiliary boiler.
Don't.
If someone found the answer, and convey in the group.
Okay, okay.
I haven't heard about auxiliary boiler thing as well.
With some kind of backup boiler or like low, something
Yeah,
like that.
Support boiler? Support
Something-
boiler.
or something like producing low pressure boiler. Like there is water tube boiler, and other one is smoke tube boiler. That is also known as marine scotch boiler.
No, water tube boiler is only in the oil tankers, na? And the fire tube boiler only in other type of the ships, like bulk carrier.
Mhm.
Yeah, correct.
Yes, yes. Because on the oil tankers, we need to run the cargo oil
COPT.
pumps.
Cargo oil
Yes, yes.
pumps and turbine.
All cargo oil turbines we need to run. That's
So
why
we require the
water
higher
boiler.
steam rate.
Yes, yes. But I couldn't find that purpose of auxiliary boiler.
I really don't know.
Okay. Just, if someone finds that, just post it on.
And I think
So
this topic is not even somewhere discussed in the interview. I didn't find this term.
yeah, I don't think because it
Auxiliary boiler.
concerns about particularly concerns about ships, and we aren't expected to
Yes, yes.
know in detail about that.
Because we haven't been there.
Good if
That's
you
why
know. I don't think that could be possibility. That's where he's rejecting or like.
Yes, yes. Okay.
So, yesterday we were discussing about speed of motor and frequency.
Yes,
So, how they are related.
it's 120 into frequency upon P. That is the speed of boiler. Is it?
No, that's synchronous speed.
It is synchronous speed.
The formula
synchronous
you
speed.
just mentioned is synchronous speed. That is speed of RMF inside the stator.
Okay.
And speed of rotor is equal to 1 minus S into NS. NS is synchronous speed and S is slip, which is given in percentage.
Wait. Can you repeat again?
Wait, I'll just type.
Kamlesh bro, just share us the notes of yours of electrical
Sorry, I just
things.
forgot it. I'll just send. As soon as the meeting ends, I'll send. In the chat, I have sent the formula.
Yeah, get it. Got it.
Okay, so and how we control the speed of induction motor?
We control this.
Actually, this question can be asked. I don't know who asked that, but can be asked how we are controlling the speed.
I think by just reducing the three-phase supply voltage, we can reduce.
Mhm. Yeah.
I'm just
Actually,
guessing here.
yes,
Fine.
yes. Actually, there are 3 points. 3 ways to do that. One is changing the supply voltage. Second is changing stator pole numbers. And
What is
third
that?
is changing frequency of supply side. It's a bit complicated. I think इतना बताया तो काफी हो जाएगा.
I think you can say 2 points that are simple, like voltage variable. We can change the voltage, and second the frequency.
Mm,
And I
Yeah.
think this will be easy to explain if they ask.
Yeah. There is something known as pole amplitude modulation. Kiran, have you heard it? No, anything about that?
No, no.
Why do you want deep? Leave it.
No, I mean that's I just remember that reading it somewhere, but I don't know what exactly it is. So that's
Are
without effect when you have.
yes.
I mean, in voltage and frequency, you get very limited range of speeds
So if we increase the pole,
because it will affect the power factor.
if we increase the pole, that means also we can increasing a winding number also can increase the speed of motor, na?
Yes, yes, the number
Yeah,
of
but
coil
if you
turns. You see, na?
Coil turns.
no, if
Yes,
you're
yes.
seeing the formula now, then the speed is directly proportional to frequency and inversely proportional to the number of poles. That's why we are just changing poles rather than changing the number of turns and all that. And how we are doing for a particular motor, number of poles should be constant. If you want to increase or decrease it, you need more windings, right? So for doing so, we use multiple windings, multiple stator windings, or consequent poles. I don't know what that is. I just found it on internet.
So
So
for increasing the speed we have to increase the pole, na, number of poles, or decrease it.
decrease it.
Okay.
It's inversely proportional to the number of turns.
Yes.
Directly
Yes.
proportional to the frequency.
Number of poles, not number of turns.
Sorry, number of turns.
Okay.
Yeah. And so let's just say by controlling voltage and controlling frequency, is that enough?
Yeah.
Anyone?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
We will revise.
All right.
Kamlesh bro, are you also studying from electrical package?
No, I haven't bought it. I think that's too deep. I mean, too deep. I don't know. I
You
haven't
are
bought it.
also telling deep thing. We are
अरे
feeling
वो
little
तो हो ही
back.
जाता है.
Yeah.
If you start studying on something and you just get sucked into that. Though I'm considering buying electrical package, but not right now. I'm considering it. Okay, so another thing is generators. What is difference between generator and alternator?
Yeah, good question.
This question has been asked before.
There
Can I
is,
say?
yeah.
Yeah, sure.
So for the generator, basically, if we basically alternator is used in automobiles. That's a very different part. Cause if we use the generator inside the automobile, cause we know that the generator is continuously running. So we know that inside the generator there are the various types of moving part, that is slip ring, brushes are getting continuously contacted with each other. So the for the maintenance it increases. So inside the alternator we just created the electromagnet and rotating that shaft by using the mechanical energy. So it is again converted into electrical energy.
Okay.
So also for generator we need the exciter. So for the exciting that rotor, we also taken the DC supply from the motor, some DC supply, short amount of DC supply from the DC DC battery.
Okay.
Get it?
Okay. Okay. So other than being easy to maintain, what you
Yes.
said, difference between alternator and generator?
It is used as, so basically alternator is a very confusing term according to me, because it is take too much time for understanding me. So basically
Yeah.
what happened inside, yes. So can I explain in simple
Yeah.
language
Sure.
alternator?
Sure. Yeah.
Yes.
As much as
So
you can.
basically, yes, basically if you so for the alternator you must have to know the three things. First one is what is the function of stator winding, second what is the armature winding, and what Faraday's law actually said that. So inside, so firstly we have gone to the stator and winding. What is the stator winding and armature winding? Anyone knows?
Stator winding is we have on the shell, which provides the magnetic poles.
No. Basically from
Winding
the
on a
stator
stator is a
wind.
stator winding, and winding on the armature is.
No.
He's expecting something else.
Are you from
So
mechanical
basically,
engineering?
yes. So basically what is meant by stator winding? So we stator winding means we know the simple know the feed winding. So from which the we give the electrical current, that is known as
Okay.
the stator winding, and the armature winding means the output winding, or from we getting the power or any type of energy. So inside the alternator there is just different thing. So inside the alternator we have just say that from the outside we just have the stator winding. If we draw the circle and from that circle we have done the stator winding, and basically rotor winding or armature winding, uh, armature winding no, sorry, from the outside we just created the armature winding, and the stator winding is mounted on a rotor. So first I explain that what is electromagnet. So basically it is so electromagnet means we know that when we, so on the fan, turn on the fan 2 minutes. So what is the electromagnet? So when we pass the electrical energy inside the any conducting coil, it acts as an electromagnet. Fine.
Okay.
So when we put the rotor winding inside the rotor, on the rotor winding we just created the slip. On that slip we give the DC supply. So we know that after giving the DC supply, it acts as the magnetic,
Permanent magnet.
it acts as a permanent magnet. Okay, permanent magnet. So the magnetic field is induced in that rotor. Okay. So inside the from the outside we just created the coil that is called as the armature winding. So the EMF is induced in that armature winding because the magnetic because of that permanent magnet. But the still current is not induced there. So we have to inducing the current. We have to rotate the rotor, so it can makes the rotating magnetic field. And because of the changing line of flux, the current is flowing through that closed coil of the armature coil. Okay, outer coils. So when we give the DC supply from the motor itself to that slip, that means the current or the EMF is induced in a magnetic field induced in the rotor, and the rotor shaft is rotated by the crankshaft. Means the power from the engine, we just rotate the shaft by using the belt. When the shaft is rotated, the changing magnetic field is created, and the armature winding from the outside is a closed coil. So we know that Faraday said that if the current carrying conductor is placed in magnetic field and EMF induced in that conductor, and if the foil forms a closed coil, the induced current flow through it. So at the outer side of the armature winding, we get the output that is in the form of AC current. Okay.
Okay.
So so we have to store that current. So we require to convert it to DC current. So at that point, we just kept the rectifier over there. So
Bridge
rectifier
rectifier
converts the
circuit.
rectifier. It converts the AC
Yeah,
supply to
bridge
DC
rectifier
supply.
circuit. No.
Yes, bridge rectifier. So it converts the AC into DC, and then DC stores inside the battery, DC battery. And again, this
Okay.
supply is taken from the as the input on a rotor to it as excite. Excite means it create the magnetic field.
Basically, it gives
And
voltage
for
to
the
that
rotation,
stator winding.
yes. Basically, on the we always mention that. So inside the alternator, the stator winding is created on a rotor, and armature winding created on the stator.
Okay. And what's in the case of generators?
Basically, generator, the magnetic field, the actual magnets are used,
Okay.
north and south pole.
So in generator we use permanent magnets.
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, the
Can
question.
you
And
explain in brief that how basically generators produce electricity in short?
Okay, actually,
Okay.
Yes.
the basic question was what is the difference between generator and alternator, na? So alternator is a device that converts
Just said that.
energy into electrical energy, and vice versa.
Yes.
Isn't go right with interviewer,
Generator can
or we have to become
No,
Kiran
no.
Sir?
so what were you
then
saying
Alternator
can
is
you
exactly?
also.
explain
I
in
didn't
brief the working
I
of
didn't get
generator
you.
in short?
Yeah,
Can someone
Kiran.
generator?
Can you repeat?
He's asking
Just the
about generator.
working
Can
of
you
the
explain
generator
it
in short.
in brief? I mean, how
Generator. Which
exactly
type generator?
generator
AC
works?
or DC? So I
Go
said
with both.
that.
Like on the ships,
Yes.
what we use, like the
Okay.
working on the ships.
So ships. Okay.
No.
I don't know
Explain both.
about ships.
Explain both. Explain both. AC
But
and
You
DC
can
both.
don't know
Just go with.
about
the
ships. Simple
हाँ ठीक
generator
है.
I know,
common
DC and
one
AC.
which is used.
Okay.
I
The
think
In
we
common
use
one.
on
three
ship.
phase on ship. We generally use three phase current AC supply because all the induction motors and all that stuff is running on three phase AC supply. That's my just
I don't have any
assumption.
idea about that.
Don't know. Don't.
All right, we'll just get to that
Okay.
later.
Just explain the
Explain
generator.
the generator.
Okay. So generator. So basically there are two magnets form over there. First one is the north and second one is the south. So we know that the magnetic lines always flow from north to south. So between that magnetic अरे कोई तो कैमरा ऑन करो किसके साथ
Yeah.
देखकर बात
I'm
करो
listening. I'm listening.
Okay.
कैमरा तो ऑन करो किसके आंखों में डालूंगा ठीक है तो
Yeah, go ahead.
Braganza Sir भी कैमरा ऑफ कर देंगे
You have to be mentally prepared for that.
Prepared for looking in blank screen.
so
While in
basically
between explaining, Kiran will be like,
Yeah.
अरे Braganza sir
Yeah, that happens.
कहाँ गए? Braganza sir कहाँ गए?
Not necessary कि वो अपना कैमरा ऑन रखेंगे. It's not necessary.
okay. So basically, north and south pole magnets are created. Between that magnet, we just place that the armature coil. Basically, armature coil acts as a conductor. Basically, so to increase the flux production inside the armature coil, we just place the iron. Because we know
Iron
that the
core.
iron attracts the more iron core. Basically, iron attracts the more magnetic lines. So basically, when the lines, so basically it is a type of basically it is a conductor. So we know that it is a conductor, and between that north and south pole is created. So when the line goes from north to south, that is the flux flowing over there. So if we rotate that the armature or the conducting coil, basically it changes the magnetic flux. So cause if at that point the magnetic lines are 5 or 6, so at that point magnetic lines are 2 or 3. That means the changing magnetic field is induced. Okay. So when the changing magnetic is induced, the induced EMF flow through that closed coil or that conductor. because of that rotation. So we have just rotate that the conductor with the help of mechanical energy, any kind of mechanical energy. So we had a motor. So when that conductor rotates inside the magnetic field, an EMF is induced in that core or that conductor. So basically the conductor is a closed coil. That means the induced the current flow through it. In this way, we generate the AC supply. So basically from the AC supply, the changing current, basically the current changes its direction after every 180-degree revolution. 180-degree revolution. So basically, we know that the current who changes its direction and magnitude at an equal interval of time, that current known as the AC current. So okay. So basically, this is the work of AC generator. So for the DC, we just so I just forgot to tell the parts. So basically, conductor is connected to the slip rings, and slip ring is connected to the brushes. So basically, this is also created for the if you direct create the supply, because of the rotation, the wires get engaged with each other. So for the particular motion and flow, we just created the slip ring. So basically, when the conductor is rotated or the armature rotated, the slip ring also rotated, and slip ring is contact between the concave brushes. So basically, there is a contact between brushes and slip ring. Only slip ring and conductor is rotated. Okay. So when the slip ring and conductor is rotated, so here is the view of the slip ring. Slip ring is a closed ring. Say it is a closed ring. It forms the O. So in the AC generator, we use this type of ring. And basically talking about this generator not like same working. So express the same working, but just slip ring is replaced by the commutator, or just this kind of split ring. Split ring. It is a split ring.
Okay.
Basically, split ring or commutator is used inside a DC generator. Basically, it always changes its direction or magnitude after every 180 degree. That means the current flows only in one direction, and we know that the current who flows in only one direction known as the DC current. Basically commutator or split ring changes its magnitude and direction after every 180 degree. That means the current flow is only in one direction. Basically, in this way, the AC generator and DC generator work. So for the rotating the shaft, we require the armature.
Okay.
You must also replace that the magnet by using the stator winding. No problem.
Okay, you can do
magnet. Replace the magnet by the stator winding.
stator
so it
winding.
acts the stator, and the armature acts for the armature winding. So note that said that the armature winding is simple armature, simply armature, or simply conductor. You must say conducting coil.
So armature is where the current is generated.
Yes.
Okay.
Current we get output.
Yeah. Current is induced. Okay.
Yes, induced.
And for like just rotating the conductor, we are taking power from the four-stroke engines, auxiliary engines, right?
Yes. Yes. For the rotating that conductor. So there are basically various types of
the conductor placed between the magnet.
Yes.
It is rotated by four-stroke engine.
Yes.
Okay.
So basically, there are too many ways to generate the DC generator. Basically, AC generator coupled with the rectifier acts as a DC generator. We know that. Second one is use the commutator. Commutator replace or commutator changes the direction of the current after every 180 degree. So it acts as a DC generator. Or simply replace the slip ring with the split ring. So it can changes the every supply of the every 180 degree. Changes its point after every 180 degree. If you just mention that term, if you talk about if you ask what is the DC generator, so if we just mention that word commutator or split ring, it may be getting idea about what he says. The two words are important.
Okay.
Getting?
Yes. Yeah.
Any doubt?
Yeah. So
sir, we are having 3 minutes. Kamlesh bro, we are having 3 minutes only. If we go with the next question, maybe it take more time.
No, I think we should just wind up this.
Wind up
tomorrow
before
we can just discuss.
Okay.
We can discuss
Okay.
tomorrow. What say?
Okay. Before
Okay,
winding
okay.
up, I will ask who is going to head next session. What about Gurvinder brother? Where is your interview? I think Monday on 6 March.
No,
You
no,
got the date?
no. I think it might mean next week only, but I didn't got the date.
Mhm.
Okay. So would you like to head the
I think
session?
mostly after Holi, 9, 10, 11.
Okay. So
Yeah, I'm also.
would you like to head the next session with
Tomorrow, like tomorrow, I will not be available. I will be
a day
available on
after
Monday.
tomorrow or day after tomorrow, like Monday?
Yes, we can keep it. But if like tomorrow, if you want to discuss something, you can. But I think tomorrow I will not be available
No,
because I
no.
have
For
to
a day
go
after
to village.
tomorrow, what you have to do?
No, no, sure. It will work. I'm okay with day after
Okay, okay.
tomorrow. I don't
For
have any
for
issue.
Monday, I
Sir,
think we can discuss pumps
Okay,
was also.
okay, okay.
but
Okay.
you have to send certain sets of questions before taking session. Okay, brother, ताकि so that we also prepare and can take part in
Kiran
discussion.
wants to say something.
Yeah, Kiran, go
And
ahead.
I want to
Okay.
just ask, and I want just ask. So, can I improve my communication skill? Just I want feedback because sometime after communicating, I just fumble sometimes.
See what I get now.
That
You
happens.
are
Good.
very good speaker, but sometimes we Indians need little pace. Your pace is so fast such that it go above the head.
Yes, yes. Same thing with happens with me because I just think very fast and speak
Yeah, that
like I
happens.
think fast, and that's why I think we should keep our mind and mouth in sync. You will do
Guys,
good.
any feedback on my vocabulary or speaking skill?
We haven't heard you so much because you have always turned off your camera and spoke, so we confused who is actually speaking. So Hipazat bro, next time use your video also. That time we are able to we will be able to give feedback. And Kiran brother, I think you are good, and some pronunciation you so like sometimes you say the correct word but it like you are getting me.
Yes, yes.
Reflect on
I
the.
think you're saying about the accent.
Accent, maybe that accent, due to that
It's
accent.
because he might be from Maharashtra. Some
Mm.
mix
Yeah,
sometime
Mm,
happen.
yeah,
No
it,
Yes,
worries.
yeah.
yes, yes.
But I don't think it's
Any
not gonna
issue,
Fine.
yeah.
happen that quickly. It's fine. Just go with it. Don't
uh,
try to change it. Just talk
Okay, okay, okay.
slowly
uh,
and
Yes,
try to
yes.
use as filler. You're using filler words.